discrimination. Discrimination law is not only for getting job and promotion. It allows upper race to turn down the job and promotion if they need to work for the lower races environment. So that discrimination law is I'm going to against. I mean, not totally against. Like I'm going to keep the discrimination law to get a job and promotion, because like we have like for like even like American and Chinese, or we are upper race and we just want to like don't give the lower race chances to get higher. So like I know that like American and Chinese are a little bit bad, but also like for lower race, they also bad too. Not only like getting job, they just want to like kind of like, oh, you need to be friends with me. If you are not friends with me, you look down on me. It's like I was used to like African access. You are supposed to treat me like the same level. You didn't treat me the same level. So they have that kind of minded. And also like for American job and promotion, so like both sides are like kind of like they have their own bad stuff. So like for discrimination law, we can keep, but like the way they are asking, like kind of like they use discrimination law, and you have upper class, you are upper race, you look down on me, you didn't talk to me. I mean, like we all got paid $10 an hour. Working as a group, sometimes we work together. But in the grocery store, for example, at the fashion department, from women's section, we have like a huge area. We have like 4 or 5 aisles, or even we don't have 4 or 5 aisles. We have like the large area. So like we only hire 2 or 3 people on the floor, right? Even like for fashion, Maya grocery store, just only the huge area for women. We only hire for only 1 employee, or almost 2. Do we need to work like side by side, very close together? We don't need to. But if we want to work together as a team or as a friend, we can do that one. But like right now, like at like every grocery store, for example, 10 employees, only 3 are American, and Chinese is only 1. And the rest of the staff, what do you expect? 5 are African, 1 Indian. It is either 1 Indian or 1 Vietnamese or 1 Filipino. The 5 people. 5 versus the 5. These 5 African people want to work with the 5. And that 5 didn't want to work with the 5. Okay, that's not fair for African. Let's say it's like only 3 African, 3 Indian, altogether 6. Right? Altogether 6. African and Indian. American 1, Chinese 1, Vietnamese 1, Filipino 1. Did you see that one? Those 4 higher than Indian and African. These 6 want to work with the 4. This is the real problem we are facing at the grocery store level right now. Okay, it is because of the population. 30% immigrant in the US right now. So that 30%, only 30%, we are supposed to have only like Indian and African, only 3 people. The rest of the set should be the American and Chinese and Vietnamese. But in the reality, those African and Indian are lowest people. So they want to work a lot. So like in real life, 3 African, 3 Indian, 6. And 40% is like 1 American, 1 Chinese, 1 Vietnamese, 1 Filipino. So it is the real problem we are facing in the grocery store level. So they want to keep that Indian and African. Indian is like they just came into the United States, not for so long. I mean, like they just like even like last year, like they, so like Indian are not technically not real slaves. I'm sorry. I mean, we need to explain everything very clearly. So African are slave for American people, not for Chinese people. So they have like once upon a time they live in the American as like a state. So they have like very very inferiority they have. And then like those slavery life already disappear. But that 30% immigration is happen within the last 6 or 7 years. So before that last 6 7 years, African got chances and they can work together with other people. But right now we got like 30% American and then like 3 African, 3 Indians, 60%. So I will say like those days are over, right? Last 7 years they can work with everyone together. But right now 6 people. That 6 people have the inferiority. They want to walk and talk with them like a friend. Okay? I mentioned that they have inferiority. Also, they also have the bad-minded. They didn't want to work with that kind of 6 people. Am I right? Or did I tell like, sure I need to say like very politely? That's the truth, that's the reality. The 4 people, they don't want to work with the 6. Oh, just charge that 4 for race discrimination. This is American. Everyone has their human right. I don't like you. I don't want to work with you. Even we work together, we don't need to work like. I always give the example. The whole large area, we only hire for only 2 employees. Those 2 employees need to work like side by side. Work together. Work together is fine. But like that kind of different races, that 6 people still want to attach and work together with them. They will hide. That 4 people will hide. Then that 6 people will complain. Then that 4 people will get fired. That 4 people, Vietnamese, Filipino, they will get money. They will keep the paycheck. Am I right? Who will get fired? American and Chinese. Right? 10 is 100%, 2 is 20% get fired. So how about this 2? They will keep their paycheck. But they will fight. They will fight. The 8 people will fight. Just only don't get fired. So what is the point? These 6 people are asking like, I need to work together with you as a friend and using like teamwork and friendly. Do you get a point? This is the point that we need to solve the discrimination. Because of their minded, But because of their minded, these 6 people want to work together. It's so strong. These 2 people are also so strong. These 2 people are so strong, they got fired. That 6 people don't change. That's discrimination problem. I won't solve this problem like this way. Like just treat everyone equally. It's really good that like kind of before. But right now, the lower risk percentage a lot higher. How can you keep this law? We can say keep the law for getting job and promotion. For equally treated, we need to give the product equally to all the customer and all the employee. Get the point? But for American and Chinese, we call that humane. Because like that situation, this 2. These 6 are very strong and want to work with them. This 2 is the highest one. This 6 is the lowest one. If I mention like this way, it is not fair for the lowest 6 people, right? They are also human. But when I explain, I need to say like everything's like the reality. I need to explain. I don't need to like, oh, we don't need to see that way. We all are human. We need to treat everyone. No, I won't explain. I won't explain like this. I won't talk like this way. This is reality. This is happening in a grocery environment. But for American and Chinese, we call that humane because of that example. And we did not understand each other like England Prince William and his wife Kate. They are fake. No, I'm not saying they are fake. For prince and princess, they will go out and they will show like, oh, very understanding, and like they will treat all the citizens very, very understanding mode. We all can do that way. When we have money, we all can do that like that way. But at the grocery store, the requirement from bottom of your heart, you need to treat everyone equally and understanding. It's too much. Whose idea is that one? Oh, American woman. So like they are doing like England princess, they are doing like humane to England people. So we have that kind of like American, like I would say England American, all those people, they are acting like this way. I would say it is fake, but sometimes it is reality. Reality means like kind of they are rich, they go outside and they will show like for all the citizens like, oh, they understand you, like they will keep listening like when you are talk. Am I right? From bottom of your heart, and you need to treat everyone equally. I mean, like, am I that kind of people? I don't think so. Is that American and England people, are they going to give like everyone like this way? Is that in the prince level life, or is that in the real life, in the grocery life? Don't ask too much like kind of like it is for nursing home care. Don't ask that kind of care from everyone. 30% immigrant. It's called taking advantages. Do you see the point? Should I need to lie? I'm also Chinese. I'm lower than American. If I say like, oh, I want that kind of humane, it is really nice. Keep that one. Keep everyone like treat the same understanding. It's so fake. Think about all the employees that need to give that kind of understanding to everyone as a nursing home. Okay? And also we need to think about like 30% immigrant and also like 60% lower races working at the grocery store level. And also customers coming into the store are also almost all are lower race. That kind of all the stuff we need to consider to solve the discrimination problem. Because of that one, we cannot do it anymore for humane or understanding or like from bottom of your heart, talking friendly. Those are all over. And also how to communicate in the Congress. The grocery store level is very low, right? Very, very low environment. How about the highest environment, Congress? They are using oath to get a position. The oath. And also like for oath is everywhere. Even like to get citizenship, to get medical license, to get a government position. Every places have their oath. We give government position for every races. At White House and Congress position, we hire all races. We have war before. Right now, we hire every races at the Congress and White House. How can we protest for white people? Right now, white people give the discrimination law to everyone. I mean, if I say like this, I'm not for American. I'm not for white. If I need to give the customer service, I will stuck up for the not giving the customer service position side. Do you see like very clearly? I'm not on the American side. I'm not going to helping for the lower races. I don't have that kind of good-minded. Don't ask me that like, if you want to help America, you need to help the lower races. No. I'm by myself, and then like if I feel like kind of like that situation, I need to give a lot of customer service, a lot of understanding. I couldn't do it. I will explain. Get the point? Don't force me to work for lower race or to work for America. You need to love America. No. America also not good for me. You always also take advantages on me. Get the point? Especially for even diplomatic relationship and for American. They need to work for American people. Am I right? Right now we are facing discrimination problem. This is for 5 people. They are giving a lot of understanding to even like Chinese and a lot of races, lower races. So I'm not work for American. All races own this country. So like for discrimination problem, like I said, for 10 people, 10 employees. Chinese, American, Chinese, Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar, and 2 Indian, 2 African. All races is that is so, I mean like in one grocery store, are you going to see all those races in one grocery store? It happened right now. It's so, I mean like, it's not realistic. It's not even like, even in the Chicago, New York, or San Francisco, the largest city. Even like small area, I live in Champaign. Even small area, I can see all those differences in one store. And then they are fighting with each other. All races own this country, not only in the grocery store level, but I'm talking about at the Congress level, and also like for even like for government office. For example, governor office or human rights office, United Department of Human Rights. They are different races. Even they got a higher position. I am minimum pay. I got fired and I'm almost homeless. Even the government highest position. Do they have like secure or don't they have inferiority? It's the same happening at the grocery store. My another department manager went me to work for her because she saw that like I'm like kind of like that kind of face. I don't want to say it is upper class Chinese, almost. So like the manager already got a position. Am I right? The manager position. How much will they get paid? I am minimum pay. I will get paid for only minimum pay rate. They will get like 2 or 3 times more than 2 or 3 times of the minimum pay rate. Why don't they feel secure and they want me to work for them? It is happening in the White House too, Congress too. I don't want to bitch. Okay. Our Vice President Harris, is she millionaire or is she smart? I didn't know. Who is working for that vice president? I don't know. So what is the point she want to take involved in the Congress oath ceremony? Is there any other way? Did you see that one? They are inferiority. In here, inferiority. They want to involve in every position. I don't want to bitch like this way, but like sometimes even like I'm saying like that this is grocery store level, only 3 times of the minimum pay rate. This is vice president level. This become like I'm totally politician right now. So like I just want to explain that one like they are inferiority. If we don't see their inferiority, also they also have the inferiority. We also have the like some of the people can work for her, some of the people didn't work for them. Am I right? This is both-sided. Did you get my point? Even vice president, she want to involve in the oath ceremony. She can involve in the Congress level. She still want to involve in the House of Representatives ceremony, or maybe like every Congress oath ceremony. What is the point? Because she is hardworking. Grocery store level, they are taking advantages on cross-training. Manager is store. All of the manager are manager for all employees in the store. They are using that one. How do you see that one? They already got the position, highest position, manager, HR, or store director, or market director. They already got the highest position. They also want to win over the poor minimum pay employee. Do you see that one? Sure, I need to explain that one. Even they have a higher position. They want to win over the poor employee. Poor employee is also not right. They are even poor. They are poor and almost homeless. Like me. They say didn't want to work for them. They also feel inferiority. They got a manager, even HR position. They want to hire that kind of poor employee work for them. Because like they said like, oh, we have law. You need to work for me. If you didn't work for me, you discriminated to me. That position happened in the lowest level environment grocery store and also at the Congress level. Congress got a paycheck for almost $1 million. Where Indian congresswoman went to work for the African congresswoman, in their mind, a little bit. We don't need to hide, right? A little bit like or dislike, a little bit is it? Am I right? But because of the paycheck, they will say keep working, right? So like for vice president, she will give me excuse that this is part of her job, or she is very hardworking and she want to involve in every oath ceremony. She will give me that excuse. She even didn't need to explain to me. I already see that one. What kind of excuse she will give me? Do you see that? Is that really her job, vice president? Is that really necessary for her to involve in a Congress oath ceremony? If some of the congressmen or women have looked down on the lower race mind, racism, how will they see the vice president want to involve in the Congress oath ceremony? I do not need to say that like how African feel inferiority. I really hope vice president got highest salary and she might not have the inferiority. Am I right? I just give you the example only. I'm not insulting her. I just give you that this is how it is. It happened in the grocery store level, the lowest position environment. It also, I see that one in the Congress level too. But she took part in the oath ceremony. Martin Luther Jr. King fought for Africa. But now it became like civil rights. He fought for his own people, not for civil rights. But it became civil rights right now. The law and Martin Luther Jr. King is with a general opinion only for civil rights. To get job and promotion is my idea. I will keep that discrimination law. But like the way they are trying to use is like, I'm like, if you do not talk to me or if you do not work as a team, work with me, it is called risk discrimination. I will show you with the discrimination law. No, we don't need to take all those stuff inside for discrimination. Because they are using discrimination law and to force employees to talk to them. You need to see the differences. Representative Maya, White House and United States need to know that how much Martin Luther Jr. again fought for civil rights using non-violence and disobedience. His Africans are taking advantages on us using discrimination law and equally treated. I already explained that one. You need to talk to me. If you didn't talk to me, you discriminated to me. I will use the discrimination law and you will get fired. Am I right? So, because of that one, I don't even give the Martin Luther Jr. King Day in United States anymore. Fight for civil rights or fight for their own people. I just want to delete like Martin Luther Jr. King Day. What is the point we need to give like his name or his day off? His people are taking advantages on us a lot in country right now. And I need to talk about the medical license. We are taking like law, oath, so many stuff. Even medical license. Hippocratic oath, Mahatma Gandhi philosophy. They exist. And all of the ethics taken by the physician. With all physicians treat every patient the same. All are not good for us, especially for American and Chinese. Discrimination law is for the lower race and minimum pay upper race only. But a lot of African and lower races in this country, and we lost our edit. We got a 9 out of 10 are lower races as a patient at the hospital and clinic. The same like grocery store, restaurant, and hotel. All customer service area became stripper area and having fun with the customer. If we cannot flirt with the customer, especially with the Burma, Indian, and African, we got fire. That's reality. If you cannot flirt with them, flirt means like when they come, 30, 40-ish, I'm 44. 30, 40-ish came into the store and you didn't talk to them very nicely. Do you find everything okay? What can I do for you? I can do that when I'm Chinese. Even I say like I'm Chinese, they say like the way you are walking is like look like the American. If you didn't talk like American way to flirt with me, you discriminated to me. Got fire. How can I change? Walking like the American standard. Chinese is Chinese. Cannot flirt with the 30-ish, 40-ish guy come into the store and flirt with me. If you don't flirt with me because of your face, because of the way you talk, definitely you discriminated to me. Government have oath. The senator and representative before mentioned and the member of the several state legislature and all executive and judicial officer, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath and affirmation to support the Constitution. But no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. They took the oath, so they need to help us to pass the bill as an amendment as soon as possible. If you see me as a whole to take advantage of American because I'm using human right? I'm minimum pay, I'm Chinese, so American will see me like a whole because I'm poor and different races. Definitely they will see me like a whole. Okay, I will take that a whole, but like that discrimination bill we need to pass because of like you see me as a whole. You don't want to solve the discrimination problem, then we cannot solve this problem forever. Because I'm Chinese, or if you feel pity on the lower race as the poor and homeless to give the understanding, my bill cannot pass as an amendment. Employment rates are increasing and my solution are the best for both lower race and upper races. Lower races and African are very poor and we can see that they want to enter our community. We also see that our community did not allow them to enter as a friend or family. So that's because of that way they are using race discrimination. It is not fair for both sides. I suggest both sides that lower races need to see themselves that like upper races will not let you in. Alright? Definitely, lower races need to see themselves upper race will not let you in. Upper race also need to tell lower race politely. Because like if they are afraid of law, if they didn't tell politely and the truth that they look down on you and you need to find something that like see you the same level to allow you to be their friend. You need to say that like you like for upper race, they shouldn't afraid of the race discrimination law. This is not race discrimination. Different races. I mean, like for upper races, they have their own right not to talk to the lower races. Even because of paycheck, don't need to force. Working together, I already explained that one. Working together for the whole department only one or the highest only 2 employees. Do they need to work side by side like this way? No. So don't take advantages of as a team or as a team friendly or team player. I don't want to hear any single of the word like want to work together and use the discrimination law. So like just like for upper races, they also tell like lower races like how they feel, right? We look down on you. You can walk by yourself. We have so policy, so friendly policy, teamwork, team player. But in this area, you can walk by yourself. I will walk by myself. As a group, sometimes we need to discuss some of the stuff we need to discuss together. Am I right? This is the way we need to solve the discrimination. Oh, we work together. You need to work together with me. You need to talk to me when we work together. If they are forcing upper race to talk to them like this way, and employment rate will be like increasing because of the 30% immigration in the United States. So if we do not say clearly to them, they will be dragging on our feet. Do not let us go, and we do not need to give them hope that like when we will marry them. Because like I already said that one, their intention is not human right. Enter into the community. Get a date to sleep with you, to enter your community. When we will marry them. So just tell them, I already know that one. This is working together as a team. I turn down me. When we need to work together, we will work together. Not like all the time. Don't use the soul system. We are not baiting. You can treat the human like they're baiting in some area. Right? But not all the area. You cannot treat human as a baiting. You want to get the chances to enter the baiting, to shop at the American grocery store. So I will use the video and like to pass the amendment, to pass the pay this way as an amendment. No matter all American women block the relationship between the American man and woman with the different races, we're using the following. Oh, those are like American people. They will ask for the so many requirements that like you will not pass your whole life. The way they are asking, no desire to obtain, no desire to own, giving up, sacrifice, pay everything you have without expecting anything back from them. The kind of requirement they will ask. Can you do that one for them? For American, to get a American guy? Forget about it. Even all the lower races know that American men and women request a prostitute way to meet their requirement. So that prostitute way they already require. You already know that one. It is impossible. Just don't meet their requirement. Just walk away. All folks also that kind of requirement. Not only all American women ask for it. All folks also ask for it. You need to see. You are not assumed. You need to see that like all folks even didn't want to use you as a prostitute or as a date. Am I right? They can do the discrimination. I mean, this is not discrimination. This is like they cannot use the lower race as their date. Oh no, not this way. We love you. We are working together. We are going to go out together. That's a fake. I already mentioned like American bad things. No matter American request for really high requirement, the lower race will pass their requirement. So like I would suggest like all folks don't ask for impossible requirement to the lower race. They will pass your requirement. And you need to sleep with them. And also lower race, don't fall for their trick. All lower race except Chinese will pass her requirement. All American woman requirement. They give everything that she asked for the requirement. Lower races are using that way in every situation because like no matter like how many high requirement they ask from the white side, lower race will pass. Because of that one, we have increasing divorce rate due to their seducing power. Lower race can seduce. Even you set a high requirement, they use their seducing power, they will pass. Because of that one, our people need to sleep with the lower races. Even we know that you seduce us to give you humane. That offers a no brain. Even they already know that one. Like this is that people seduce them. They still give them. All folks can ask you to be a requirement the same like prostitute to control your seduce. They can prove that you are a hoe and stay away from you. Alright? I already mentioned like the American bad-minded. And also I already mentioned like lower race like kind of like seducing way. My sister is doing that humane and she is going to marry them Singaporean. Singaporean are not Chinese. Singaporean are Singaporean, not Chinese. My family is very old model and we are not married to the lower races. We can say out loud for that one. It is not called race discrimination. We can say our preference that we prefer only Chinese. Or maybe America is higher than us, we prefer American. We need to say like very, 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 very clearly with them that like we don't want to sleep with you, lower race. This is like good for them. If we say no to them, they can look for another woman or another guy. Right? They don't need to like approach us like for a long time. I don't waste their time. You will see that like kind of like, oh, Kelly is a hoe. They want to use only higher race. They don't want to use like lower race. You can call me a hoe. I tell them very clearly that I don't want to waste your time. This is how I see. This is how I went. So American old folks, like even you see that like they are seducing and like they are just trying to fulfill your like the highest requirement no one will pass. They will pass all the requirement. Don't fall for that one and don't give the human to the lower race then to sleep with that. You don't need to do all those stuff. Do you want to fame me with removing my Myanmar citizen and American citizen like this way? Because I'm from Myanmar, but I'm Chinese. And don't want me to enter the Singapore because my sister and my brother live in the Singapore. I look down on African and I don't want to provide the customer service to the lower races. So I need to turn down the customer service job. But you will see me like, oh, she is a hoe. She didn't want to take the customer service job and she want to do only pricing and inventory. I'm taking the stock up position right now. But I got fired again and again. I see customer position services for stripper and prostitute position. Because you need to flirt with them. If lower race, especially, I will say definitely, directly, African and Indian coming. If you don't flirt with them, only when they will say, you discriminated to me. Flirt. I say flirt, they say discrimination. Police cannot take my case. So like American and African shout like Chinese are a whole slut, stripper or prostitute. All lower race want to give the customer services. I see customer services are stripper for customer. We Chinese, especially Chinese, some of the Americans cannot do it. I do the minimum pay job, receiving employee, stocker, and dishwasher. All lower race don't talk to the African like me. I'm not the only one. The other people also like doing like this way right now. But all white American women want us to be equally to serve all people. We can do it humanitarian for the all races at the grocery, even at the grocery store level. We don't even need to go to another country for giving a humanitarian route. So what did I do? Turn out the customer service job and work as a receiving or stocker. Work as a receiving. Don't work as a geek. It's for geek. All the geek from the customer position. They are taking a geek job and like they just like, oh, okay, I just want to know that one. I really don't know that product. I really need your help. Geek position, highest paid job. So many knowledge. And we got fraud and harassment. No, we really need your customer service. Your help is really good for us. All American stores, we are facing customer services, co-worker, and manager problem with the lower races. Africa asks the upper races to give the customer service to them by giving the following. It promotes the store sale to get the store profit. And treat them as a human to give the same level. Not poor or homeless or lower. They cannot use store profit or asking that the same level from the upper races. African asks the upper races to work for them by giving the following. If you do not have discriminative identity, you need to work for me. We are not stupid enough to work for them. They already got a manager position and higher position than us. They got position and they also want us to work for them. We are not stupid and we will not teach our poor people to get an education, to get a higher position and teach our own people not to work for them. Am I right? We cannot even talk that we look down on the lower races at the public because we need to give them humane. That is the one we need to point out let them teach all people at school for how lower race take advantages on American. I cannot let that happen. I'm paleontologist. It's called idiom. And African men and women are paleontologists too, right? They use you're not supposed to look down on me. You need to treat me, talk me, and you need to treat me, see me, talk to me at the same level. They also use very smart way. Even when they use smart way, we cannot against them because we are upper races. American and Chinese, our faces are already higher than lower races, right? They don't even need to use the fancy word or the polite way to prove that we discriminated to them. I'm sorry. I mean that's the truth. That we need to solve the problem. Very, very. I mean, with all truth. If I didn't use that idiom, I need to say that they wanted to take advantages and we need to protect our own people too. That's why we need to teach our poor people to have an education, to get a degree, and to get a manager position the same like them. Am I right? Teach our own people.